Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. And what I will be talking about in this particular video, of course, right now you're just looking at screenshots, but this footage is from a previous video of mine that I cut, talking about the same game. So I figured I'll just use the same video as a backdrop. But what I'll be talking about in this video, guys, is I will be explaining to you why I think Esports Boxing Club, ESBC, will be the best simulation boxing game we've ever seen. It's one simple reason. But before we do that, guys, a real quick word from today's sponsor. All right, guys, quick conversation here. And I know you've been asked to trim the lawn before, and I'm not talking about the lawn outside. I'm talking about your personal lawn. Well, I got an answer for you. It is Manscaped. Manscaped are the champions of the world when it comes to men's below-the-waist grooming. Right now with Manscaped, you can check out the Lawnmower 4.0. Yes, you heard that right, the 4.0. This is a precision-engineered tool for your family jewels. And right now, you can get 20% off if you use the code SimFBallCritic at manscaped.com. Yes, you heard me correct. 20% off and free shipping. All you have to do is use the code SimFBallCritic when you visit manscaped.com. And trust me, guys, with the Lawnmower 4.0, it's a whole new balls game. All right, guys, enough talking about the boys. But all right, man, let's get back to it. Listen, it's very simple. And like I said, man, I'm showing you footage that you guys have seen before. I mean, we don't have any new footage, but even as we all know this is alpha footage, just pay attention, man. The same thing I talked about when I released this first video. Just pay attention to the details that you see, even with whatever you feel like is a flaw or whatever you feel like needs to be improved. We get all of that. But just pay attention to the things that you're seeing in this gameplay footage, right? And as you're doing that, I'm going to read just one simple blurb that was put in their most recent May update. I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to get right into the reason why I think that this game will be the most simulation fighting game, boxing game we've ever seen. And it's a very simple reason. But let me just read this quick blurb. It says, defense and offense. We felt combat games in general focus heavily on offensive gameplay, and we want ESBC to be a game where the player has just as many defensive options as offense. With this vision, we have now introduced a new slip system for the player, combining this feature with the back foot combat, the countering system, the weave system, and the footwork system. And I'm just going to add my own wording here. We all know that they have been advertising from day one that it's revolutionary footwork, right? So they're combining all those together, and they say here that we're confident this will be the most advanced boxing game ever created. All right, so that's their words. Okay, so I'm not even talking about their words. But I just wanted to make sure you understood that everything that they're saying out of their own mouths is that the game will be simulation, it's authentic, it's not for, the arcade gamer or what have you. Not saying that, an arcade person, gameplay style or that type of preference player can't play the game. They're basically just telling us what their intentions are. But here's the simple reason why I think this game will be the most simulation game ever made in terms of combat sports, boxing in particular. The amount of people that they have involved with this game, it's just that simple. The roster, all of the licensing. Why am I saying that, you might ask? Some of you are probably saying, oh, well, a lot of games have licensing, but here's my point. Who is Steel City Interactive? If you're like me, I had never heard of this company before until this game was announced, until we got wind of this game being in the works. I had never heard of Steel City Interactive. That is my point. If you've never heard of them, or if they're not this this big known gaming company like an EA Sports, if it's not an EA Sports who makes Fight Night, then where's the incentive for all of these fighters to be a part of this game? It's not like all of this big time money is coming their way, right? It's not like EA Sports, again, that can pay so much, and give so much incentive to those involved because they are this mega company. No, this is a company that, to my knowledge, is new to this. Now, I don't know if they're new to gaming. You know, I'm not going to go that far because, again, I'm not familiar with them. Maybe somebody watching this video can, can confirm that. But they're not this ginormous company that has been making boxing games or been, well known in the gaming industry for years, to where these fighters would, feel incentivized to be a part of the game monetarily or even for recognition. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that you have all of these people, big time names now, even current fighters like the, Canelo that we just heard about is a part of the game. That alone lets me know that there has to be something that is catching their eye. The authenticity. Every time they've done a fighter announcement, what have we heard from these fighters? The fighters have been saying how authentic the game is and how it feels this and feels like that, etc., etc. And that, to me, is all I need to know. Again, you have the fighters themselves talking about how authentic the game is. And I know some of you guys may say, well, that could just be jargon. I get it. But again, you have to ask yourself, why would these fighters be a part of something that is not authentic, being that it's not like this game is going to be huge for them monetarily? And I'm just speculating here. I'm assuming that ESBC, or Steel City Interactive rather, I'm assuming they don't have boatloads of money to throw at these guys. So again, think about it from your own standpoint. You putting your name on something that you can stamp, right? You stamp your seal of approval. That's the only reason why you putting your name on it if it's not about big time money. And that's what I'm coming away with this. So I just wanted to get that point out, man. Some people might say, well, it was still, TBD. Of course it is. But I just wanted to hone in on that point. Seeing all of these different fighters and all of these people that are involved with this game, that speaks volumes to me, because this is not a well-known mega company. So what is drawing them to this game other than authenticity and their stamp of approval and wanting to be a part of it because it's such a realistic game? Those are my thoughts, and I'm sticking to it. But all right, guys, that's all I got for you for this particular video. Definitely share your thoughts in the comment, and don't forget, man, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, cut on your notifications, hit that like button. Catch you in the next one. Peace.